Okay, finally. There we go. Oh, and it's on the wrong screen. Eh, nice desktop. Thanks, OBS. Very cool. Changing whatever my screens are every 2 seconds. Anyways, we are here for GRS PC F2. PC F2? Just F2 even. I'm so used to saying get PC in front of tier names. Blame other leagues. It's not my issue. Anyways, yeah. Let me get myself sorted, because this is... okay. First driver on a lap today is going to be E2, so you know what, I'll do a normal thing and just jump on board. So, into turn 1, down to 4, if you want to ride as much of these curbs as possible, you can abuse the track limits quite a lot here, and then heading down towards the next turn, and onto the DRS straight. There's no call, you can't join because we've got 2 people trying to get into the session, and there's a lot of issues, so that would just mess everything up. Into sector 2, braking just before 50 metres, wanting to use as much of the curbs as possible, and then a bit deep into that corner, but it's not going to hurt you too much. There's a bit of space on exit that you can use. Then fourth through there up towards the what used to be the Singapore Sling, braking at 50 metres using the inside curb, carrying as much momentum. Then this inside curb's a bit debatable if you want to use, I don't really know. And then into the next straight with DRS and towards sector 3, braking at about 75 metres, 80 metres in 4th, whip it around there, no problem. And then into the sort of tunnel section, I'll call it. Carrying good momentum through there. A nice clean lap from the Alpine so far, as the Alpine has changed colour slightly. It actually looks pretty fresh, the blue. And now up to the line, 38.4. So I'm going to try keep up to date with chat as much as possible. There's a Mercedes coming to the line next. I think that's Cameron Don, who goes quickest with a 37.7. Then there's a Hassan and McLaren. That's Alfie and Evan, who go 3rd and 4th. They're going side by side or something there. As Carl goes to P4. Alfred Monk goes to 2nd and Roger Wells in. We're up to 19. Brilliant. Just Lewis Pierce there. Cool. As Jan Nader goes to P3, next up's the Alpine of Yeri, up to the line, P10, Adam Lankage with P11, 41.2, interesting. I think he's on mediums, if I saw correctly. Let's go into judge people's first runs, as good pace early doors from Cameron Don. What about Maurizio Pei and Habelski? Habelski first to the line, goes P8, and that's pretty nice lap. Just missing out on the 38s, which is where I just expect most drivers to be off their banker lap. And his teammate goes right behind him in P9, so similar pace for the Red Bulls. So right, there we go, I finally can reach out again, because it's back. Hello Brendan, once again. I assume you're giving some top quality engineering as always to your 2 drivers today, actually, which I'm sure you're absolutely loving. As who else we got? Hugo. You get Cole is not good. He's going to get P21 in a 20-man grid race. P11. He's beat 3 people at least already. It's all Adam. Has he done that? One of them's lagging out of his mind. Look at gold. Let's have a look. Ooh. this looks like a safety hazard, I can't lie. Bloody hell. As Ennis, he's in a Williams today. But you know what, he's the 103 driver we got to see. I don't even know if Roger Wells figured out how to take over the car, but Ennis goes quickest ahead of Cameron Don, so that I can tell you that's going to be an interesting one, to say the least, considering the information I have. My sources are telling me. Why is Adam A on track with a damage from he's stupid. Anyways, I shouldn't call Adam stupid, but like, I don't know what he's doing. Sabelski's disconnected. Gee. Brilliant. If it wasn't obvious, I was trying to anti-jinx. Yeah, it wasn't that obvious, I can't lie. Here you go. Sorry about that, but yeah. What's Dean end up to? The stream quality looks absolute rubbish, by the way, so I mean, you can tell me if it is absolute rubbish, then I can try and change it. But that's just probably the YouTube mini player being clapped. I won't be surprised. Anyways, I should probably actually start speaking a bit more like I'm not going to getting. Never mind. It's Golden Flame up to. No, he's lagging, but he could lag his way to a front row maybe, you know, with the guidance of Brendan, who, if he was on this grid, would probably be on like a 30... Oh, he's not going to do it with that line. No, he is going to do it with that line because he tactically switched himself out of wall. Carl's disconnected as well. And... Mate, this lap. You've never seen it this good. Alfie says it's a race against time with you. Well, your P13, Alfie. Oh, what? Mate, this lap's brilliant, this is. You can really follow what's going on. He's invalidated somewhere. Oh, God, the internet quality. Oh, this is just pain to look at. That is pure pain. Let's see if I'm being pinged about people saying, can you get me in the lobby? What did I say? I'm an absolute genius. You ready for my game to crash now? Because this is the third time I've tried to invite people. So, you get to look at my whole friends list. This is absolutely fantastic. I don't even know if Roger Wells in. So, oh well. Who am I inviting? You. We've won the lottery and my game has not crashed. That is unbelievable, but I've got to do another invite. So this time my game's gonna crash. Oh, we got another disconnect. Lovely. Now we're looking for Carl. There's an invite to Carl. My game still hasn't crashed. This is unbelievable. Absolute scenes are kicking off right here. If you saw yesterday's stream, my game crashed about 12 times. Luckily, I wasn't commentating it, so we actually got to see some form of action. But if I disconnect, then we don't get a stream, you know. So, there we go. Bang. Unbelievable. Oh, Gold is leaving. Ah, okay. Alright. Cool. Hugo, if you fancy checking if Roger Well knows how to take over his car, that'd be nice. As Dean goes P14 in the Alpha Tauri. Some proper exciting action, that is. Anyways, who's our last thing going up to the line? Shan Nader, did he improve? No, I think he started a lap. I was just on the guy who was the most furthest through, or was it? Was it Anson? It was Anson. Oh, yeah, okay, apparently Roger Well can't take over the car. Brilliant. I've tried to invite people, but... Yep, and we're very lobbying after quali. As Alfred goes quickest with 37.3, while I deal with the countless issues that this absolute diabolical game brings with it, like just delete it. Seriously, Codemasters, give us a new game already. Just look over, it's got 3 tracks and runs at 2 FPS as long as the core physics of inviting someone to a game server works, you know. You thought that'd be the easy part to get right? No, no, very much the opposite of that. It is very, very much the opposite of that. Whereas Anderson actually went P4, but I don't get to track anything. Carl's in and Hebelski's in. People are getting back in good. Anyways, I've just clicked on a random person. I don't know if they're on a lap. So, let me put my Discord away so I don't get distracted and actually provide you with some commentating, because this is just taking the mick at this point. Maurizio, are you on a lap, mate? Carl can't trade. Anyway, so we're re-lobbying after quali, I've decided, because this game's absolutely rubbish. Anyways, 4 minutes left of the session. Anyway, so we're just going to finish the quali session off. I'll get a good screenshot. Hugo's there saying it works. I don't care. Hugo, we're still re-lobbying. This lobby's cursed AF. And if we just had the Steam thing, then yeah, that would be absolutely amazing. Anyways, we're watching Alfie, who has a cheeky lockup, but oh, he also has a cheeky bit of wall and no front wing. Maurizio jumps to P4, I think that was him anyway. Dinand, what is Dinand up to? Let's have a look. There's a lot of cars coming out of the pit lane. Oh my. Anyways, let's get this qualifying session finished then, as Dinand is on the lap. Hopefully the Ferrari moves. The answer is the Ferrari does move. Dinand's having a lot of traffic to deal with here, and I feel quite bad. This is horrible for your flying run, but at least people are getting out of the way nicely. So yeah. Ooh, there's two cars here. They're going to coordinate this one is my question. Zenan's half a second up. I don't think he'll be happy if he gets blocked on this lap. And these cars need to move. They need to move. There goes the Alfa Romeo out the way. That Alpine's trying to get to the line first, I think. Dean, I might be feeling the dirty air through the sort of speakers a little bit as Cameron Don's retired in the Mercedes. Dean goes P10. Who else is on the lap? Ennis is a 10th and a half up at the moment. Mitch thinks tier 3's clear. If we were going based off of views on YouTube, then I mean, yeah, sure. As Alfie has crashed or something, I don't know. I think he went back to the pit lane and retired like what you're supposed to do. You're not. I feel like it's Chris Freeze a bit to finish. What's Chris got then? Up to the line, P4 for the Ferrari. Ferrari P1 and 4 currently. And Alfred Monk's going even quicker. Cole is the second up in the final sector. Actually was able to retake control of his car somehow. He's hacked the game physics. Now up to the line for Carl. The quali session is now over. P9. Next up's on Williams. That would be Ennis, who goes quickest on the 37.1. Is he going to be able to keep at the top though? As next is Yeri in the Alpine. I think that'll be followed by Adam Lapidge. So Yeri goes P15. Next up's Adam Lapidge, who drives into a wall. Great one, Adam. What about A2 behind? As A2 now comes to the line, P6. Not bad at all. What about Alfred then? He was not improving and doesn't actually improve. As Caleb White goes P7, there's a Haas coming around the final corner. I think that's Evan Parks. P6, not bad. As I think Jan Nader's next. Does not improve from 10th. So that leaves Evan Bowes, who's 10 seconds down, and Chris Free, who's on in lap, I think. Well, Ennis is on pole then. And let me screenshot the grid when I'm typing off. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's no, just sit here for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. And see what goes on. Very exciting, the fact that we have to sit here and wait. Anyways, well, I'm just saying something sarcastic, because, yeah. Alright, to give you an update, we're currently inviting people. So, yeah. That one's, you know, a work in progress. And yeah. I'll give you some updates on that as it goes. We're currently sitting on 8 people. And we have 14 people back already. So, yeah. Okay, we are up to 18. Who are we missing? Alpha Romeo. Who is in Alpha? No, I'm having to think. Anson was in Alpha. Is Anson in? Anson is in. Okay, cool. We are 19 drivers. We are seeing. I don't think we can get 20 today. I don't know. We'll see. This is now just a waiting game, essentially. The grid's been set. We'll be getting ready to go. And yeah, that's good. So let me pull up this. Whip open some like paint program. Put this on my second monitor and compare. And it, yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, grid sorted. Nice. Brendan, though you can't join, you're going to set 34, set like a 36 in qualifying. We are back underway. Away we go then. Nice. Yeah. Unfortunately can't get Lewis Pearson. We just sort of last minute getting everything sorted and yeah. Sometimes this game can be difficult. Honestly, it's an absolute pain and just little nuances here and there make it even worse. Anyways. How's this gonna go then? Singapore, we had an interesting race yesterday. We managed to get a much quicker restart with getting everyone back. Now I'm just praying for no one to disconnect. I hope everyone can just have a nice, stable race. Just keep it in the lobby and no one's game just like black screens or their internet goes out or something like that. As it just causes absolute chaos and a mess. And it's sort of something that just can't be controlled because the game's not good. Anyways. I just need Alfred to connect, please. I hope he doesn't disconnect because he was on the front row. That'd just be horrible. That'd just be horrible if he disconnected. Actually, I'm not even going to say anything because I'm just cursing it at this point. Okay, I don't think he did. I ain't actually speaking to my mic properly, okay. Yeah. This game is stress. This game is stress. Cool. So, we're getting underway in 5 seconds. Hopefully people remembered their setup. If not, then this could be interesting. Anyways, to the grid we go. I think. I hope. I wish. Yes. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here in Singapore. And away we go. It's a good start from the Ferrari. The Williams has had a bit of a slow start of Ennis, and Teresis in the middle is going up to P1. They're going to be 3 wide into turn 1. And there's contact between Ennis and Cameron is spun rained early on there as Albert Monk has got into the lead of the races. 2 Ferraris on the podium already. There's massive contact there between an Alfa Romeo and Alfa Tauri as Maurizio P and E2 Pilcas side by side here coming down to the first straight. E2 manages to get that move done. Caleb White's up to 5th already. Evan Potts to 4th. As Cole also makes the move up for 7th place. He may look to the inside. He's on soft tyres actually. Let me just get the tyre allocation up there so you can see Carl on softs, Chris and E2 on mediums, as well as Yeri, Anson and Dinand. There's fighting going on all over the place at the moment. Roger Well and Cameron Don fighting side by side here, and that's going to push Cameron right up against the ball. Rogerwell has to sort of move across to give him a bit more space. Evan Potts in the 8 tight there, up to P3 already in the Haas, as there's already a 1.5 second gap to the front two, as E2 also moves up into P5 ahead of Chris Free, who was momentarily in 3rd place and snagged into 6th, as everything is kicking off all over the place, and well, that's just lap 1 at Singapore for you. There's so much to try and keep up with as Jan Nader makes a move on Evan Bowers there in the McLaren, as he's now under pressure from Yeri as well, who is trying to capitalise from a mistake there from the McLaren driver, and Yeri moves up into the points already. I believe he started 15th on the grid, and yeah, that's a very good start, as Evan closing in on the front too, as Albert trying to pull away already at the front. Everyone else just sort of taking it a bit more easy. Chris Free's into the pits with damage potentially, so that might have been a cause of him losing the places earlier on in the lap, as we continue on to lap 2 here, and there's a big gap from 9th place downwards, as Cameron Don's already back to P10 after being spun round at the first corner by Ennis, and well, that's a quick recovery, I will say, and I'm hoping for his sake that he can continue that, as there's 4 cars in the pits on lap 1, and well, that was all over the place. Oh, that's E2 also rained into the wall. He might have rear wing damage with that. He doesn't have front wing damage, which is an important factor for him, as Cameron's sorting up to P9. You can already tell what's going to happen this race. This race is going to be one of those absolute chaos runs. As Dinan's retired, that's probably going to be a safety car, and it's a VSC. I'm watching the pit lane in case it gets upgraded, but at the moment it just looks like a VSC. Adam Lapage is already disconnected. Amazing. Typical Adam internet. Just sort of the norm at this rate, really, with Adam. Anyways, it's only a VSC. I like that. Adam should be able to rejoin off Jerry's profile. She added him like you are instructed to. Sorry, just a bit of a minor rant. Anyways, let's have a look at people's battery after that manic start. About 70% for the front two, Evan on 40%, Caleb 70, Jan Nader 70, Carl's in off the softs, I don't blame him. Mary's also in, there's 2 drive-throughs there, I think, or just the one actually. It's Rogerwell in the AlphaTauri, as he was up to P8, but he's now got to serve a drive-through, as Evan's going to be the first driver to get the benefit of DRS this race. Currently behind Ennis, and well, on the hard tyres, in an alright spot, as he's not going to be close enough on this occasion, but I think he can just probably stick in the DRSs. Well, let's see what Ennis can do here today, obviously from F3. Driving in F2 today, it'd be interesting to see if he can put in a similar performance to yesterday. However, he's going to have to do it from being second this time, as he led every single lap last time out. But at the moment, Alfred's comfortably just keeping that just above a second, as Adam's disconnected once again. I think E2 spun round after exiting the pit lane in the Alpine as well. Just trying to catch the action. E2's now retired from the session, 1 corner later, and there's another VSC. There's 2 VSCs within. Oh no, it's a full safety car. Nice. 2 drivers already out, 17 remaining. This is very different to yesterday. For anyone who didn't watch yesterday's race, we went half the race without a safety car. I think we had 2. And in the first 3 laps we've had a VSC and a full safety car here. If that doesn't sum up tier 2, I don't know what will. Someone's gone to the pits, managed Jan Nader. No, it was Yeri. I think he's going to probably try to go hard to the end. Not a bad idea, really. As Anson also goes in. Adam's disconnected. And I think a few of the medium runners might also jump in. So, let's have a read. If anyone's spam pinging me or anything. Going to Adam, he's pressed the wrong button. I don't know what that means, but cool. I mean, he should really join in P8, although I think he might have wanted to be on the hard tyres, I can't lie. Not exactly sure of that, but yeah. It's definitely a possibility that he'd have wanted, or would have preferred to have been swapped to hards to try and go to the end, which I think Carl and Yeri, they're in good places to be able to try and do that from 9th and 10th. So if they can just stick within a reasonable range of the top, the front runners, then yeah, I think it all depends on how well they can deal with traffic, etc. This gives me a bit of a breather after trying to sort out the manicness that was going on of a re-lobby, because people went a bit crazy with that. Can you invite me, please? Wouldn't it be better to just go through people one by one sometimes and just take it carefully without reading a Discord chat every 2 seconds? But you know what? It's fine. We got there. As the safety car will probably be in, not next lap, the lap after, I'd think. As the top 8 at the moment, so on the tyres they started on. Adam's back in. Lovely. I'm going to quickly go grab a drink of water. I need something, because, yeah. Right, there we go, I'm back. Cool. Are we going to restart this lap? Or are we not? Who knows? Who knows with this game, honestly? Who actually knows? Anyways. I don't think Evan's actually catching, so probably not. Maybe the safety car gets bored. I mean, it sometimes does that, I don't know why. Can be quite inconsistent, to say the least. So, what have we got? What have we got going on? It's a safety car coming in. I don't think it is. Evans only just got to the final sector. So unless it decides to just go down coming in like last second, then yeah, it's not going to be in this lap. And that means we'll be restarting on lap 7, leaving like 24, 25 laps to go. As Adam has gone to the pitch. Roger was also disconnected. Chris forgot a setup. I've just seen in the tier chat. So that's Not great, unfortunately for him. But luckily for everyone else, I think they remember the setup. I mean, as long as I got the setup on, fuel doesn't matter all that much. Matter, I should say. Speak proper English, please. As well, there's almost a guarantee of 4 safety cars anyway. Which Tier 3 actually defined yesterday and decided that they're not going to use the limit of 4 safety cars. I think they only used 2 or 3? I don't know. I think it was 3 in the end. Roger, while you're correct, this game is unbelievable. I'll see if you're online and I can invite you. Odds are my game's gonna crash. No, I speak English really well. Yes. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. We are good. And the safety car's in this lap. Hopefully you can get back in. Just before we get going again. That would be amazing. As I'm trying my best to get everyone in. And keep everyone in the lobby. But when the game servers... I don't know what's happened recently, like... This... Like, since the start of the weekend, the servers have been... Or start of the weekend just gone, and like Saturday, Sunday, all the way through to today so far, the servers have been dreadful. They've just not provided any sort of stable connection or anything, so... What can you do, really? What can you do? Anyways, we are getting going as Alfred has gone and Ennis is followed not too far behind. Same with Evan Potts and Caleb White, who have managed to get a bit of a gap to Jan Nader, who's under pressure from Cameron Don here. Is he going to dive this one to the inside? I think he will. The answer is he's going to cut the corner and do so. So he's picked up a warning from doing that, unfortunately for him. Unless the game has been nice. But yeah, the game doesn't normally like to be nice. As Ennis using the battery, Alfred using the battery, everyone using the battery. Evan Potts looking for a move on the inside of Ennis. Bit of a look, but yeah, not quite the space to go for it on that occasion, as the front four have got a bit of a gap to Cameron Don at the moment, who's already gapping Jan Nader, who's going to be under pressure from Alfie and Carlson. Carlson trying to move there, as Evan's got a penalty for crossing the pit lane exit line. And yeah, that is a penalty that, we don't, oh, Evan's one on pit exit as well. I feel bad. Honestly, he may be, he's in the last place now. I'd bet you in a lap or two's time, he could be not a lap or two, but in like 10 laps time, another 2 safety cars. He could probably be like P17 anyways. I see Habelski's got past Anson Wong and Adam Bradshaw also looking for a move. As Anson manages to defend the position nicely there. As Ennis again dropping away from Alfred. He's sort of having the David Hoy effect of yesterday, where David sort of just dropped outside that second, then maintained on the edge. Seems to be a common theme for this track. However, the whole top 5 are currently within DRS, so yeah. As Ennis has made a mistake. Evan Potts looking for a move there and almost got it, to be fair. I need to stop saying as. I think DRS will be enabled next lap, I want to say. I should also probably actually stick to one battle. As did Roger just hit back to... I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. Anyways, seems like Carl's getting a bit bogged down. He's probably actually alright where he is now still. They're not losing too much time to the front runners. As Evan has retired in the pit lane. Not gracious. was unfortunate for him, unfortunately. And the McLaren will be retiring here on, well, what would have been lap 7 for him, but lap 8 now for the leaders as Ennis just seems to be massively under pressure here, and this is something he wasn't having yesterday. He's got 3 cars queued up, just ready to pounce on any mistake he makes, and he's having a few corners that he's a bit shaky through, which is something we didn't see yesterday when David was behind. Again, they're not quite close enough though, as Alfred picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's going to be costly, potentially, as Adams had a bit of a spin, and Cole's actually made his way past Alfie, as I see Cameron close as well. A lot of close battles on track. Cameron, I think, is going to try and move, but Caleb Boy, ooh, he's running lower wings than everyone else. Is he on the game's default setup? I don't know. Could be with those sort of wings, but yeah. Interesting strategy, to be fair. I mean, you can't exactly overtake anywhere other than the straights mostly, unless you launch a audacious move into some corner. As yeah, Aston Martin's currently sitting here. Maybe Carl will be hoping for a bit of team play. It doesn't really seem like that's going to happen. Then he's just going to have to sit there for now and wait as Maurizio is also moved right onto the back of Alfie here, and on those mediums he's going to be wanting to get a move done, I think, and he's got a good exit to try and do so, and he's going to go to the inside of Alfie here, and Alfie's going to leave him the space, and Alfie's going to keep the position for now, as that will keep him in 8th place. And yeah, nice defence there from the Haas driver. Just holding his line on the outside, focused on his own corner, and yeah, worked out for him. And this is hovering around the DRS range of Alfred, in front, but he's not quite able to get in it. Someone who I think most likely, or is most likely at the train here to make a move is Cameron. He's consistently pressing right up to the back of Caleb here, but again, it's just that Caleb has that slight edge on the straight line speed, which is going to be quite a big bit of a benefit, as Mitch is saying that Alfie is the Hoyle of F1. It's actually F2, Mitch, but no, don't worry, I understand what you mean as yellow flags. Who's that? I think that's Maurizio. That's a VSC. Woo! Exciting. Another safety car of some sort. It was because he's lost his front wing entirely. Great. Will anyone get a drive-through? Roger Well got one last time. I hope for his sake he won't this time. I hope for everyone's sake they won't. They don't deserve to have to put up with having to go to the back and after having to deal with F1 game servers. It's just depressing at this point, as Cole has got a time penalty on the VSC. Oh no. Sometimes if you're not focused, maybe you focus too much on the MFD planning out, you know, what will happen if it got upgraded to a full safety car, if the VSC is going to stay out, you know, and you can slip up as... Well, he's not the only one with a penalty. Our race leader also has a penalty, and our provisional, who will be race leader, I guess, sort of. I mean, once everyone's pit, Carl will be in the race lead, so they've both got penalties. That could spice things up as the DRS has been enabled. I don't think anyone got a drive-through, which is great to see, but someone who's going to be right on the back here is Cameron. Caleb doesn't have DRS to defend with, and Cameron up to P4. Nice move from the Mercedes, and next up is Evan and Ennis, who still just going along where they were just before the VSC is. Ooh, that was close with Evan. Sound like a slight bit of contact. Not really causing any issues for him though, so nothing to worry about for the Hash driver. As I'm just making sure to keep an eye on the timing to see what's going on elsewhere. Pavelski's quite close to the back of Yuri Shivari in the Alpine. And he is on the medium tyres, although the tyres between mediums and hards will probably be swapping in a few laps. Although, I mean, he's had some laps into safety car, so he might get another 4 or 5 laps of having a benefit. And I mean, that could easily drag him to another safety car, whereas Ennis has picked up the pace here a bit. He's also picked up the usage of his battery, but first place has only got 20%. So Ennis is in a good spot here. And having DRS is just going to help him that a tad bit more at just keeping himself in second for now. As all he needs to do is just stay in that 3-second range. Obviously the penalty could be removed, so I think he'll want to get the position on track as Alfie is going for a move on Cole. As... Whoa! Cole's lagging. Please don't say he's disconnected. Oh, Alfie's been tapped, and Cole's also left the session. Alfie's stuck on a curb. Oh no, he's good. But he is missing an end plate. And oh, that's Habelski who's gone into a wall with him. And that is unfortunate for the Hash driver. He was having to deal with a car that had been mapped as Christopher. He got 2 illegal overtakes there, I think. Oh, the joys of this game. So camera's dropping dangerously close to falling out of DRS, but I mean, yeah, he's not got much battery as well, so I mean, no one's got much battery. Caleb's actually got the most with Ennis as well. Him and Ennis are about the same. Jan's doing alright, he's driving his own race currently in the Aston. Nice, calm driving P6, and if anything kicks off, he could, you know, easily jump to a podium place. However, one thing the front 6 have got to be concerned about is that every single driver in front has to pit still. And they're going to be coming out in an absolute heap of cars. Jerry picks up damage potentially from that contact with Alfie, and has to pit. Sabelski's also in to fix damage. Cole's back in the session. And there's a safety car. What's that for? Has Alfie drove into a wall on pit entry? I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah. We are back to safety car conditions here on lap 13. And, I mean, I advise the front runners, get the mediums on, go to the end there. I think Cole might still actually be in the lead, which is good for him. The only thing is, I don't think he's going to have anyone separating him and the fresh medium runners. Because the pit lane is normally, what, like 26 seconds here? 26, 27? I don't know. Something like that. Just because of the awkward entry and exit, and having to keep in the white lines takes a bit of time off. Oh! Oh no, Cole. Oh no. I don't think Cole's going to be in the lead, and he wasn't going to be anyway. Albert stayed out. Evans stayed out. Ennis and Cameron are in. Caleb Boyd's in. Jan Nederlassen an illegal pit entry. Cole. Don't know if that was illegal. Hey, yeah, that's illegal pit entry. What an entry that is. That's what you love to see. Anson. That one was fine. Chris, that one's fine as well. Adam, that one's fine. You know, if I'm instigating one person, I might as well instigate everyone's pit entry, so in case anyone wants to be that guy who goes on stream and reports everyone. Because, you know, everyone really likes that guy. Chris has gone for softs, I mean, not a bad idea, there could probably be another safety car. Carl could have had track position, P3, but he's also pitted. I mean, he had the gap to pit, and we're anyone behind catching him, so yeah, I guess that's fine. And Alfie, if I had to predict, probably would have retired in the pit lane without the safety car. Well, he's continuing on. At the back, but honestly with another safety car. Being at the back right now doesn't mean anything. You can probably be top 10 within the first 2 laps or 3 laps after safety car, honestly. With just how people are going to be, you know, so closely contested. So, what's going to happen this time round? I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. Anyone got any stuff or ideas for stuff I can do during safety cars? I'm about to whip out a blooming quiz again from when I used to do that on, you know, hello Arjen, and yeah, there is a Ferrari in P1, but he has a penalty. Your fellow Arjen with the same name isn't reserving up to tier 2 today, as we have nearly a full grid, and well, the issue with the front 2 is they haven't pitted. They haven't pitted. Nah, don't like English language. Get rid of it. Just delete the language. Let me speak like, I don't know, Swedish or something. I don't know. George Hugo would love to hear me saying that one. Anyways. Ian, can you give us an update on the football, please? That'd be lovely. As I know you are probably watching the game. Are we going in this lap? We might be. 3-0. What, to Portugal? Or hopefully Switzerland. It's definitely Portugal. Oh yeah, yeah, it is 3-0. That's pain for Switzerland. How has Pepe scored? Oh, the safety car's in this lap. Gonzalo Ramos has scored 2. And Pepe has scored, yep. As Mauricio Page picked up a 3-second time penalty under safety car. That's the second that's happened. Second time that's happened today. Someone picking up a penalty under safety car. Anyways, Alfred to restart us once again. Where's he going to go is the question. I think he was trying to do a bit of a burnout, but yeah. The player who's subbing in for Ronaldo scored twice today. But yeah, I'm not surprised as Alfred is going to get us restarted now, going into the final corner. And off we go. With half of the race left to go. Cameron Don's already on the move on Ennis. We know what happened on lap 1 between these two. This time, Cameron asserts his position on track, but Ennis is going to try and keep his nose in there, a bit of wheel banging, and yeah, Ennis is going to have to concede that position. Habelski has had a bit of a spin, it seems, maybe contact, maybe not, I don't know, but Ennis is going to try fight this one back with Cameron already, as Cameron takes the provisional race lead here, as Argan loves a bit of the wheel banging, and Ennis, ooh, you don't want to be sending it there, mate, but yeah. Interesting idea, as Cameron is trying to just get in front of one of the hard runners, and he's going to try to do that on Evan here, as Adam has rejoined for the 44th time this race, which I'm sure he'll love me saying, because well, yeah, 44 Mercedes Hamilton and all that. I want to die with what I've just said. Anyways, moving on. Cameron is now quite close in the back. I think I actually turned the battery and he had a bit of wheel spin. It seemed the car just didn't really get going out the corner as much as it looked like it was going to. I'm chatting absolute waffle anyways. That's going to be a track limit for Caleb Boy. And we know Cameron's got one from earlier on as well, when I watched him completely yeet it over the inside curve of turn 1. But I mean, if he doesn't get any more, then it's not a problem. If he does, then it is a problem, as here comes Cameron Don in the Mercedes. And there's yellow flags, there's another Red Bull round, and Red Bull are having an absolute nightmare right now, as Cameron is going for it. Ooh, is he going to get it? The answer is he is, and Ennis might follow him through here. No, Evan's got a great exit, and he's going to try and get his position back on Cameron. Actually, oh, just contact! Ennis had to hesitate there, as Caleb Boyd's up into P3 and is now chasing down after Cameron Don, as Hevery is up to P5. Evan's saying to 10th from that, as Maurizio's retired in the pit lane, as Iron said, why did the Haas defend like it's the last lap on the same strategy? Fun fact, the Haas is from Syndicate, you'll know that, as Chris Freeze disconnected from the session, as Adams also put it in a wall in the session. Maurizio's also left after crashing out. I'll try and get Chris back in. I think this time my game's going to... what is his nickname? He goes by the name of Huge Ass. Where's Chris Free? Chris Free. There's Chris Free. What the hell have I just seen? Alfred. Whoa. Well, Alfred's just gone flying up a skate road, and yes, it is Huge Ass. Iron. As Cameron Don near leads the race ahead of Caleb Boy and Ennis Safari, and look who's in P4 out of all this, Adam Bradshaw. And Roger Wells in P6. What is even happening in this race? And Alfie, who was last, I said he could probably be halfway up the grid, he's an AP8. The front three, sort of in a legion of their own, as 4 cars into the pit lane. Is Chris Free back in? No. Sad. 4-0 to Portugal. Thank you for the score up there, Ian. Just keep it up for me, please. I'd love to be informed. This is yellow flags. That's Jan Nader, I think. Oh. And he's got a drive-through penalty for severe collision. I have never seen that before. What? And his car... He bounced off the wall. What is going on in this race? It's an absolute chaos. A chaos. Everything is happening in this race now. As they're dropping like flies currently, as I mean, 2 tier 3 drivers, a P3 and 4. As it's now 4-1. Switzerland just scored from. I don't believe you. I think you're taking the mic now. Surely not. I'm having to check myself now just because I don't trust you with that. As Ennis makes a move, that's P2. And then we're going to see a lovely. He actually is 4-1 as well. You're not even wrong. What is happening in that game? I'd love to be watching that. Well, although this race is providing some absolute amazing entertainment, I will say. You know what? I can actually have the game on. Oh no! I've almost smashed the glass doing that. I'm stupid. Ignore what I'm doing. I'm not gonna have the game on. But the gaps are starting to separate around the grid a bit. I mean, Alfie's putting pressure on Rochewell for P6. Apparently, everyone's been taken out by an Aston. Yeah. Whose idea was it to put Singapore? All I'm gonna say. Oh, ironically, as I swap to him, he disconnects on the session. But there you go. This is the man. This is the man you have for Singapore. Anyways, continuing onwards. Alfie right behind Rochewell here. 4 P6 in this race. Zenith sets the fastest lap. He's going on a charge now for the race win. Can he get it? Oh wow. What's his name? Adam Bradshaw's almost got up to Caleb Boy as well. Can we have an all PlayStation podium? It's definitely doable. There's Alfie. Yeah, I think he's going to get this move done. He's driving well, keeping right behind the AlphaTauri. And he's also got the benefit of the medium tyres. He puts the battery on, he's got the DRS. Seems like he definitely has lower wings, but he's going to go for the move anyway. I think he's probably just going to brake later to the inside. And yeah, that's move done as Habalski's taken the rally line through the corner behind them. Interesting choice as Evans crashed at the final corner, sadly. And he's got a 10-second penalty for How's he got a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits when he's on the track? This game's a joke. He was literally spun round at the last corner. Where is there anywhere to gain time or go off track unless you take the adventurous line halfway to the Ferris wheel? I mean, Adam's spun, but he's still P9. Oh, I can't even with this race. I can't even with this race. Yes. Not a single one of them uses the proper driving line. What's Cameron's battery? 13%, so Ennis, as per usual, has more. And if you want to know for Adam, then, well, she's actually already got the move done, so you don't even need to know the battery. And it looks like it's going to be a double F3, 2 F3 drivers on the podium. But can one of them win the race? Or is that going to go to Cameron Don, who's putting in a very good performance so far? And Alfa Romeo, another really good performance as well. And that's going to help them out against Ferrari after this race, I will say. Just having a gander as Evan has spun again. Apparently, Ian Nader has had a wheel disconnect, causing him to go straight on at a corner and collect someone while also retiring from the race. Lovely. nothing's going right for anyone this race apart from, well, I'd say the front five right now. I guess Alfie as well. Alfie's not really. He's actually had a few things earlier on. Adam's disconnected again. He'll probably still rejoin in P9. As there's your lap's worth of me quickly scrolling through stuff. Enjoy, Brendan, helping out your drivers with that. Scouring for things to talk about now really is Anson. Might get a moved on his teammate here. I don't know if the Alfa Romeo boys are going to fight too much now. Caleb's just being... just working on his team. As maybe he thinks Anson's got a bit more pace at the moment and he's going to go on a charge. See if he can resurrect the podium for the Alfa Romeo team. As if he can, that would be even better for them. As at the moment, I think for Adam it's all about just keeping it on track, keeping it focused and not making mistakes. Well, for Ennis, it's all about just closing that little bit extra now, as he's right on the back of Cameron Don in the to get in the DRS zone. He has done it as well. So this could see the fight for the win go right to the end here, as we're on lap 22, and we know Singapore's a track you have to be tactical to make moves around, as Cameron just hit a wall. The answer is a Mercedes doesn't look like he's got damage. But if he did, then that's not ideal, as Anson's already started closing in on Adam, and I'm sure Alfa Romeo are going to work together to try and get both of them ahead of him if they can. As here we go then. Ennis is within that DRS range, and this is what it's all about, the fight for the win. Hopefully no safety cars. Actually, safety car wouldn't be dreadful, but for these two I don't think they want it. I think they just want to fight this one out. As we have quite a few safety cars, I mean it would make it interesting all up and down the grid, but we've got a few battles to focus on. As Hansen, yeah, he's going to get the DRS either this lap or next lap. Sabelski's also made a move on Rogerwell, and he's going to have a go at Alfie now, who is doing well at defending that P6 currently, as Yuri has retired in the pit lane. The Alpine driver goes into the pits, and yeah. We will take a quick look back to this then. What's going on is Hansen's actually dropped a bit far back. He might have made a mistake in the Alfa Romeo. Ennis has just sort of just got an advantage in this right now. You probably like a little bit more of a battery advantage, but if you can get close enough, then the move should be not too difficult. But I know Cameron, I don't think he's going to want to give this one up, and there could be some serious defending going on shortly, as well, what's going to happen? That's what we're going to find out, as both of them are pushing the limits here. And I'd love to go check what the warnings are, but you know, we don't need to know. As Alfie's just picked up a penalty. Why do I literally curse anything and everything in just the weirdest of ways? I say the word warning, someone gets a penalty. So Alfie's now going to finish in P8 unless he gets a bit more of a move on, unfortunately for him. But there's 7 laps left. A lot can still happen in 7 laps. We could still have another safety car, which just... we've already had 3 and 2 VSCs, so... someone could probably scrape a wall, have nothing happen, and you'd just go, yeah, you know what? They spawn a red flag out somewhere. Whereas 5-1, Ronaldo made a hat-trick. Yeah, Ronaldo's place is gone then. Gonzalo Ramos, and I feel bad for Morocco if he used this Gonzalo Ramos guy who's doing this to Switzerland. I mean, Switzerland aren't like as good as they were. It's a decent team, but yeah, as there's yellow flags, that's Habelski, and that helps Alfie out. Has he got damage? Or has he gotten away with it? No, he's missing an end player. That's unfortunate. However, currently my eyes are on this battle between Cameron Don and Ennis Saveri for the race win. I think Ennis is just going to have to play this one smartly and pick the right time to go for the move, as that's definitely not going to be the right time to go for the move after that corner. But all that matters is he stays in the DRS. As yellow flags. Oh, Adam. Oh, what have you done, Adam? Oh, Adam. Well, no, the battle for the lead's even more interesting, actually, to be fair. But I'm sure these two drivers are not going to be liking that. Oh, the chaos is about to ensue off this final restart, because it's going to be, you know, 4 laps to go. Everyone's just going to be in a mindset of win the race, get all the positions. Someone's going to get flying off track or something, and yeah. Yo, Liam is reset to track forbidden, by the way. I'm not Liam, but I can tell you that reset to track function is forbidden. I think, yeah, it is. It's 5+1 if it's just a general use. It's 10+2 if you impede oncoming cars and essentially just provide an F1 jump scare to them, essentially. 7. Oh no. Oh, Ennis went. Oh no! Ennis, that's an illegal pet entry. That's 5 seconds. Oh. Ennis. That's also illegal. It's gone over the white line. I think I think everyone's gone over the white line there almost. Oh. Anyone who's watching the stream right now, I mean, there you go. If you want some free positions, make sure you're watching the stream back at this point. As Cole's not even in the session. He's in PA. They don't even realise that, I can't lie. Chris is also not even in the session. You finish, you get points. Go. What the hell is this? Why is there like something under my desk, like? Anyways, there we go. Everyone's on softs. Everyone's on soft. Luke, ignore what you saw. Alright, I'm not reporting anything. Like I just catch the stuff on stream, you know. And if people want to watch the stream back and report everything, then that's not my issue. It's up to Liam to sort that one out. I mean, he had like what 20 incidents at Bahrain. Then China we went to 0, and this race we're probably going up to about 34. Next week we'll probably be on 0 again. The week after that I'm saying 238 incidents. Seems probably, actually, well, the week after that 238 incidents. There won't be a race because, well, we do have a break week because we respect the fact that it'll literally be, what, 2 days after Christmas? So no one wants to race then. I'm not going to like Boxing Day blooming live stream like they normally do with football and stick like 20 matches on at once or whatever. But yeah. It's up to essentially the discretion of people who watch this back if they want to report. I'm sure Liam will have fun. But yeah, I recommend if you do want to report stuff, if you just randomly tune in at this point in the race, go watch every single safety car, because you can probably get about 7 reports for pit entries out of them if you want to be that guy, because I know certain of you do want to be that guy. And you know what, if you're getting in positions, I've got to respect it at the end of the day, you know. You win a race because I went into a pit, but yeah. That's not something I'm doing at the end of the day, it's up to you, but yeah. Anyways. Let's go racing. That's what I say. Let's go racing. We're not going racing, are we? Bring the safety car in. Move it out the way and give us some laps, please. Like, come on. Safe enough. Yeah, actually, we'll let him catch up. You know, that's a bit peak on it, but he's had... He got murdered by someone whose wheel just gave up. So, you know, I recommend that you buy a pad. They're alright, especially at Singapore and China. Pad will sort you any day of the week. Decent bit of kit. Cheaper than a wheel. And yeah, I mean, I don't use a pad, but with the running calendar we've got, you might as well get a pad. There's pad tracks everywhere. I mean, there's not really such thing as a pad track, but, you know. There's some that personally I still say I'd prefer to drive a pad at, such as Singapore, such as China, such as probably even something like Brazil. Brazil was really good when I used to use a pad. Austria weren't bad either, and then I go to wheel, and Austria's just the most backwards, upside down, I don't even know what it is track I've ever driven. Probably because the game also doesn't really simulate tracks properly. Like, they've tried laser scanning some, I think, these days, I don't even know. They just make updates to them, so I don't think it's laser scan, but I think it's like somewhat realistic, because the track surfaces are a bit unrealistic like. Anyways, enough of me waffling and more of what we're watching. Evan's a minute behind. Safety car's going in, like, he don't care. And oh, Evan's spun. Yeah, safety car's just gone. Yeah, I'm going in, mate. It's had enough. That's what Burnt does these days. No respect for anyone who's trying to catch up. A bit more of just, let's get on with it, like. And you know what? For the sake of I've had to sit through this, I think I'll just how happy that I get to watch some action. Like, I'm sure this is going to be absolute fireworks off this restart. Maybe Fairs Hansen got ahead of Adam. Probably due to double stacking. I only just noticed that when we're about to go in. I'm really good at commentating, me. Anyways, when is Cameron going to go with the full traction? He's going to go now. And Ennis has literally tailgated. Oh, goodbye, Cameron. Ennis is now your race leader. Cameron's going to be right at the back. And Anson's up to second. Can Anson potentially win this race? He had a bit of pace earlier. He's gone a bit deep into turn one, though. And he's going to need to stick close to Ennis. As could Williams get a 1-2? Alfie, where's he come from? P4. My voice just went completely as we got some side-by-side action between Roswell and Abelski, and who's going to come out on top. We still don't know who's going to come out on top. It's going to be Roswell, though. It's not, never mind. Yeah, Abelski's still got the option to stick side-by-side. Chris Freeze getting, no, not Kishy, Alfred Monk's getting involved. After he had a really good start to this race, and unfortunately, well, same with Evan Potts. Those two were doing brilliantly. They were 1-2. They're now 7-12ers. As close as Ennis is. Ennis is going back to back. I'm telling you, yeah. Why? You know what? That safety car, like, Burnt, mate. We didn't need it. We didn't need the safety car. You know what? You're a fraud. Anyways. Ennis is going to win this race. After penalties, I don't think Ennis is going to win this race. As Rochelle is defending for his life. Actually, an Alfie, who's got a penalty to get away with it, to be fair. Is Alfie going to finish P4, I swear? Surely not. As Ennis has already got a 2-second lead. Fair play to the lad. Adam forces Anson to go defensive, man. So she still gets the right line through the corner. As Alfie is actually what we like to see. A bit of Alfie action. You don't get to see him often. Anyway, definitely not doing any sort of bias content. Anyways, Anson, let's see how well he can. Oh, he's dead. That's what sort of happens when you get in the way of the goat, apparently. I don't condone Alfie's driving, but what is going on? What is going on? What's actually going on this race? Well, Roger Wells now on course for a podium. I didn't even expect to be saying that about, what, 2 seconds ago. Oh. Oh. So you do podiums looking like Ennis, Anson, and where's Cameron Don come from? He's named P7. What's going on? What's going on? What is going? I might just retire from commentating. I need someone to help me with these races. If anyone wants, you know, a job, submit your CV, and yeah, I'll get you on the comms because I need all the help I can get. Alfie's going to the pit lane. Why are you going to the pit lane? Why? If he retires, I can't be arsed. I'll just leave the session. Makes no sense. Turns up, drives into a guy. Oh my! I got scared for Alfred then. Even I got scared. Rochewell just whips out the lag switch on him. That's dangerous technique, that is. You don't want to be doing that. Alfred's up to P3. Rochewell, I mean, if he can save him 3 seconds across the next 2 laps, then he gets a podium. But I think, does Rochewell have damage? Nah, he seems to be struggling to steer. Maybe he's on default setup or something. My question is, do I even want to do driver interviews after this race? I'll speak to Ennis. We like a bit of Ennis. Cameron Don is trying to recover anything he can. Caleb White's taken the I'm having the inside forever line. I mean, he didn't keep the inside, but I mean, he's kept the position, so, you know, good enough. Roger well. Actually, I think Alfred got 6 seconds, but I think he got a dodgy 3. I don't know. I don't want to comment. Anyways, Ennis is on the final lap. Oh, Caleb White. Caleb White's hit a wall. Yeah. Carl's going to get P8. Chris is going to get P9 from the Ghost cars. I mean, they're just going to be removed from the race. Adam Bradshaw's going to get a point. I mean, he made the 90% rule. Even if he didn't. I think he did. Yeah, Havelski is now trying to get past Cameron Don. However, I don't think he's going to be able to do it at the moment. Cameron's defending every line, and Havelski actually has taken advantage of the fact that Cameron's designed to defend every line. He's almost put him in a wall as well. Anyways, oh, Alfred's going to have DRS. How many penalties does he actually have? Oh, he's only got 3 here. Rogerwell, mate. Rogerwell needs to hurry up a bit. Yeah, Rogerwell needs to not lose 4 attempts, and he's got a podium here. Yeah, but it's going to be close. Although Anson is going to be a bit of a barricade for the Ferrari driver. As Anson has almost been yeeted. Oh, and there goes Alfred. There's your podium, Rogerwell. As Ennis has won the race. Ennis has won the race. Anson gets P2. Rogerwell runs at the podium. Cameron Don could have fought for the win, but wanna just go now because I just witnessed. Don't even just join the VC with you the way in. No, Brendan, that's not Alfie Harvey. I don't know what he's doing these days. Roger Wells gets driver of the day. Honestly, he didn't even qualify. He didn't even do qualifying. He's on the podium. There you go. This just sums up that race. Ennis started pole, fastest lap. The old job. Singapore completed it, mate. Ennis, if you want to see it in Tier 1 tomorrow, just let me know. You know, it should be funny. I don't think there's actually one available, but if there is, you know, it'd be quite funny to see Ennis drive all 3 tiers in one weekend. Can he win all 3 in one weekend? I don't know. If there's a space, I'm sure we can maybe arrange that. Anyways, before a civil war kicks off. Alright, yeah, we'll get this in. Let's get this in here. Let's get a bit of Ennis in. Hello, Ennis.
Good evening.
I'm tactically not interviewing more people because
Yeah,
I think you
it's cool.
understand. I think you understand after what you've seen behind you.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
In front of you and all around you.
Oh man.
I've got no words after that race, honestly.
I've got a few. Yeah, quali was good. Pole position. I wasn't expecting it at all. I mean, as you can probably tell, I mean, my pole time was quicker than yesterday. Don't know how. Don't ask questions. Honestly, just I feel like because this track makes me look quick.
Yeah.
But I'm really not. I'll save that for another time. But I think the assists help. The no traction is much better than any other assist around this track, especially. The race. Did you see turn 1? Lap 1?
Yeah, I did.
I'm pretty sure I got illegally overtaken by the Ferrari.
It wasn't lap 1, turn 1 where also there was also the contact with Cameron I saw there. That was
Did I hit him?
I don't know if it was you turning in too much or him sort of like driving into the side of you.
Because
it was one of those ones that you can't really tell.
Literally, like the next 5 laps, I was just like to one of my, or let's call him an engineer. I was saying, like, did I hit him? Did I hit him? I was so confused because I saw the Ferrari ahead of me. He cut turn 1, then he extended turn 2, which is just an illegal overtake. But he was ghosted, so I'm wondering if the Ferrari and Cameron hit each other. I don't know. But it just annoyed me, to be honest. I was just chasing, and then the strategy, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what the Ferrari and the Haas were doing. It was clear to see that you should have boxed, but then again, I had the race yesterday. You know, I got the experience, I'd say. But safety car restart was funny. It's just I think because I was right behind Cameron. I don't think I've ever seen a closer safety car restart. I was right behind him.
I think he would have felt a bit of the pressure maybe from that.
And he might have felt the pressure, and he just went. I mean, he's on full traction, I think, for this race. So don't know how that's happening, but no, we take those. You know, it was a very good, very good win.
I tell you something. One thing to take a positive out of, I think you won the race by what 10 seconds in the end, was it? So your illegal pit entry, I was going to comment on, doesn't really matter. That one's fine. When you just were flying straight on.
The Cameron ahead of me, he broke maybe a bit early, maybe on time, and it threw me off completely because I don't know why he was braking there. And it just threw me off, so I just tried to get the car stopped, and I didn't want to stay out, so I just went back in. I don't know if it's illegal. Fair enough, it is. If it is, but 10.5 ahead. I mean, shouldn't be. I don't want to sound arrogant here. This is so bad, but I don't want to. You know, 10.5 ahead. It was good, and I want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to my teammate? So Gold had massive internet issues. Didn't do quali, I don't think. Then he fixed it randomly just by unplugging it and plugging it back in. And then someone, I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna comment on what happened, but someone hit him, and we had a 1-2 in our hands.
I think depending on if you could get past Sanson, but yeah, I saw the contact. Don't worry, everything's on stream. I tell you one thing that's happened this stream. I've caught literally everything. Every time I've swapped to someone, they've gone flying into a wall or something's happened. Like, commentators curse literally the hell out of this race.
But I want to say F3 was better in terms of. I want to say in terms of pace as well during the race, but F had less crash ratio. So I know this was a full grid, but half the grid DNF'd. But on a Brendan as well for nearing me twice and giving me 2 Grand Slams. So it's nice.
Yeah, I'll probably have to stop an interview there so I can step in and tell people to shut up.
I don't know what's going on. I've got my phone off. I don't want to hear it.
You don't need to, mate. All you've done is a slight illegal pit entry. No, nothing else wrong. No wrong. Yeah, just ignore that and just enjoy. Enjoy your 2 wins.
If I didn't have the win, I would have reported people. Let's say that first of all.
Anyway, just be even more funny.
Cameron hit the Haas, and it made me lose 1 position. Cameron,
yeah, I saw that.
Tapped me, literally losing my, the balance of the car. But whatever, yeah, you need to do your job sorting these babies out. Let's say. I'll just sit here relaxing.
Yeah, it looks like someone's already stepped in for me, actually. Perfect. Makes my life easier. Anyways, thank you all for watching this stream. We're going to go deal with the absolute carnage that's being caused by people. Well, not Ennis. Ennis can just sit back, relax. He doesn't have to deal with that. But yeah, we'll be off to a terrible track of Canada next week, where I don't know if you'll see Ennis in F2, but you get to watch him in F3 if you want. I don't know, you might want to. But anyways, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.